What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're getting into my Week 8 college football predictions. Before we get into it, let's look at Week 7 here. Starting out here with James Madison versus Georgia Southern. I got that pick right. James Madison absolutely demolished Georgia Southern in that game. They remain undefeated. Then we had the big game, Washington Huskies, Penix Jr. What a win for the Huskies to remain undefeated and kick Oregon with their first loss. That was a wild game, and Washington got the win. Huge win, and the Washington Husky fans were going crazy. I got that one right in the upset. Not a lot of people picked Washington in that one, but I did, and the Huskies won it. Oklahoma State against the Jayhawks. I did correctly pick the upset. I felt the Jayhawks were bound for a loss here, and Oklahoma State was the one that handled it to them. So good win for the Cowboys. Did pick Tennessee to beat Texas A&M. Good win for the Volunteers there. I picked the upset there for Marshall, or actually not even the upset. Marshall was favored in this game, but Georgia Southern was clearly the better team. Got that one wrong. That one kept me back this week. We did pick Missouri right against Kentucky, another upset. I felt Missouri was getting slept on after the LSU loss. I thought that they were the better team over the Wildcats, and I was right. Missouri gets the big win. I did pick Notre Dame correctly against USC. Maybe Notre Dame's last loss was a trap game scenario here. They go in, they beat USC, who's kind of looked not great, honestly, to me this season. Not like the team they've been advertised. So, yeah, I did pick Notre Dame. And then I did pick North Carolina to beat Miami in that one. 41-13 was the final score there. North Carolina dominated them. Not dominated, but 10-point win. Did pick Oregon State to beat UCLA in that one. And I did pick Duke to beat NC State. So, guys, that was a near perfect win if it wasn't for a Marshall Georgia State game here. Don't know too much about either of those teams. Got that one wrong, but that's a much better week. We needed something big with my 43-27 record. Not the best. You see, that's only 88th percentile. I expect a little bit better there. Let's see if we can keep it rolling here. In week 8, and we start out here, Ohio State and Penn State. Another game for the Buckeyes. Another tough game. It's in Ohio State here. A big game. 3 versus 7, obviously. I'm going to go with the Buckeyes, though, to remain undefeated. This Buckeyes team is very good, and I think they'll remain undefeated. With the Penn State Nittany Lions, I could easily win that one. I think it's just going to be too much going into Ohio State. Memphis UAB there. I don't see the Blazers pulling off that one. They've had a rough year. Give me the Memphis Tigers. Iowa, Minnesota. Minnesota's kind of had a frustrating year. Iowa, really decent year. I do think that the Hawkeyes aren't 6-1 caliber. They could be due for a loss. Could this be it? Minnesota pulls off the upset? Maybe. I'm not going to bet on it, though. But if you want to pull off a crazy upset, maybe bet on this game. Maybe bet on Minnesota. You never know if they could pull off the win. All right, then we got a fun matchup. Oklahoma State, West Virginia. Really excited for this matchup. Oklahoma State was very impressive last week. This is tough. It's in West Virginia. But I think this is going to come down to the better team. And I'm going to go with Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State impressed me last week. Obviously, I think they can keep it rolling. Let's go with the Cowboys. But that one's going to be a good game as well there. Miami, Toledo. We got Miami, Ohio, Toledo. I'm going to go with Toledo. Another upset pick here on the road. Feeling the Rockets in this one. 2-6-1 team. Let's go with Toledo there. UTSA, Florida Atlantic. I'm going to go with UTSA. I think they're just the better program in football. Florida Atlantic, more known for their basketball, so they should stick to that side. I'm going to go with UTSA. Next up, we got Ole Miss, Auburn. Give me Ole Miss in this game, honestly, the 5-1 Rebels to win that one. And then we got the Utes against the Trojans. Another good game here. The Utes, I'm not too impressed with that offense for Utah. I've not been impressed by USC either, though. So I could see this one going either way. But I'm going to go with the Trojans. I think they're still the better team, even though, Utah lost to Oregon State or whatever, only goes down to 14. But the USC loses to Notre Dame, they go down by a lot. So I don't really get that. USC is the better team at home. I think they will win that one. Clemson, Miami. For some reason, it's not saving. We will be just fine with that. Let's just click on these. Give me the Tigers in that one. Miami's looked very flat the past couple weeks, and I don't expect that to change even at home here. I'm going to go with Miami. Let me know. Maybe it will. Okay, Georgia State against Louisiana. Picking against Georgia State last week was the wrong pick, so might as well pick them even on the road against Louisiana. Let's go with the Panthers, and that's the final game. So there you go, guys. I was expecting one more. I guess those were all 10. So yeah, comment down below your guys' predictions, and enjoy college football.